He was saying, use the hips, use the hips. And I was like, oh, cheers, buddy. Cheers.
Cheers, mate. So here we go, kicking things off. Cloud9 on the attack. Looks like they will be running pretty much standard dive comp, something they've been using before.
Dive with a Reinhardt.
Oh yeah, okay, they are using
That's
Reinhardt.
interesting. Let's see what happens.
I'm going to be working towards it, searching for opportunities. This is a classic Cloud9 move right here. They use the tank composition, obviously, work their way around, but sharyk gets picked off. He was going for the flank on the left-hand side, but sharyk was too smart for it, and now Cloud9 are stuck. Currently, the whole composition is there. And how is sharyk going to be getting back to the rest of their team? Look at this, Cloud9, they're a bit stuck. They don't know really what to do in this scenario now that sharyk been picked off. Need to wait for him to regroup, but he's being blocked off, as you can see.
They're going for the 1v1 against Cloud9 here. I mean, against sharyk. That's
it's so smart.
Yeah, that's really smart. They're going to force them back or force their hand on the point here.
And Cloud9, they're a bit stuck now. As I mentioned, they don't really know what to do in this scenario without sharyk. He's only just going to get respawned again. He's waiting around. If they try and contest the point, they've got no one in the back to try and flank them, but they're going to be moving forward. Speed boost in hand. They're moving forward. KAISER raising the shield. Tesla Cannon going to be working through that, putting some damage onto him.
You see Morte just spamming off those orbs from the high ground from the mini with the high ground with mega. Sorry, KAISER. Going to keep his shield up. The Bio Grenade come in. It's going to connect onto Adam, and the charge is going to come through. He's not going to connect onto sharyk. God's able to get Boombox down. So that's an Ana player now out, and that's a big support gone. However, as you see the kill feed all going blue, it doesn't really matter too much.
Don't know if I agree with that, KAISER. They could easily jump on you. He's going to be trying to get out there alive. I think I would have preferred him to just jump off the edge, because now he's going to be stalled out even further. Oh dear. Still, that is a tick on the board for Cloud9. They managed to secure that.
And Morte already has his Transcendence for God's Blade. I don't think Gods expect him to have Transcendence here. I think they will go with Drop the Beat and Blade here and look to like finish off their support. I think they will get a Rude Awakening by the Transcendence here.
This is it.
Oh, we're going to find out here as they're going to push in. Soundbarrier just come in. There's the Blade, just like you said. And there's a Transcendence, and God's immediately just turning away from this one, realizing, oh, well, there's really not much I can do here. But Bo5's already been taken down by Roolf. And Kruise is unable to do anything with this Nano Blade so far because we did see Roolf have his own Transcendence.
Yeah, the Transcendence by Cloud9 not really working out for him too well because God's to get Bio Grenaded up, but Roolf turning up for his team, putting in the damage, putting in the work. Now looking around for opportunities. Boombox still putting in the heals, but the kills feed completely filled up with red right now as Cloud9 dominating this first checkpoint, using a slew of ultimates to try and clinch it out at the moment here.
eUnited probably thought they had that fight because they played it perfectly. And sharyk died with his ultimate. I don't really know what happened, and uNFixed chose not to use his ultimate either, but they just lost the fight after all the ultimates were used.
I thought they were just kind of like, well, let's just save him maybe, because like, what's the potential snowball effect coming to the second point if they don't have like a visor and don't have the Primal Rage?
Maybe.
Well, we see this is one of the hardest points to try and take now. Cloud9 going to be trying to move in with a tank comp, diving past the barriers. eUnited playing quite a casual, passive playstyle as it stands. Surefour finds the first kill onto sharyk. That's the main tank gone. eUnited now forcing their hand a little bit. Damage being popped into some Discord orbs as well. The rest of Cloud9 searching for an opportunity. Kruise jumps onto the back lines, putting in so much work. Roll from 14 HP. Kruise will end up clinching it, and uNFixed using his own tactical visor to force him out. The PO comp is there. Cloud9 aren't going to be running him down, but when they lose that many players, can't really take the fight, and they have to back off.
They got a third though.
Yeah. You see how fast xepheR and KAISER is. Like, as soon as the visor is there, they're there within a second. Really good coordination between those two guys.
Well, eUnited with now 5 ultimates available to go. When you're losing a third on this capture point. But 4 minutes left here for Cloud9 to make something happen, and with 5 ultimates for themselves, not so much as Surefour, just on the cusp of getting his visor.
This is where it gets tricky. They know they have ults, they know themselves they have ults, now they have to build a plan around, are they gonna bait ults, are they gonna use ults, how are they gonna use it? This fight is really, really important.
Well, no deep on the side of eUnited, I would imagine you're gonna use that blade and then allow Surefour to use that visor when there's no chance to stop it, but Cloud9, let's see if they can pull maybe something like that off.
They're going to be taking the fight now, thick and fast, moving in. Gods has the Dragon Blade going into Boombox. Boombox using the Bio nade, but it doesn't really help him out, as this is going to be slicing through the opposition once again. Kruise, however, answers back with his own Nano Blade, brings down Adam and Roolf in the process. sharyk with a tactical visor, but uNFixed wants to match him with it. Kruise with the reflect will bring him down in the end. So, headshots being popped off from both these sides. Still a lot of cap time coming out for them. Cloud9 currently on the receiving end. They're going to be bringing down Kruise as well, but as respawns come in for eUnited, they should be able to defend this one. And uNFixed waiting there with the Helix Rocket just to send KAISER gently into the sleeping night.
Hit a sleep dart. Hit a sleep dart on his xepheR. Don't let him jump. All right, he's gone. All right, so yeah, I was actually kind of surprised in a couple of things there where Gods was able to pick up so many kills when we did have, you know, more with the Transcendence. It seems like they got split up, maybe some miscommunication between him and Boombox, because Boombox was the first one to go down. Either they're able to hold on, and Kruise was coming up big for his team there, responding with his own Dragon Blade and making sure to punish Cloud9. Because Roolf didn't use a trance in that fight. I'm not sure if he was the first one to go down or not, but either way, eUnited holding on strong. And now there's about 2.5 minutes left here for Cloud9 to make something happen here on the second point.
So remember as well, tournament life on the line. Winner going to be going to the grand finals. eUnited just need one more map, and that is this one indeed. If they want to be moving on to face Rogue once again, try and get their revenge as they move into this. Cloud9 working their magic. God's going to be picking up the kill onto Kruise here. Primal Rage used by sharyk as well. KAISER finding the picks here for his team. Morte, a bit of trouble trying to lay down the damage, but he's on 27 HP. He will be beaten down. One tick wants going their way as they're moving in. It might just be a second contestation coming out as well. sharyk moves onto the point, but he gets bursted down. Cloud9, are they going to be able to do this? Currently 3/4 of the way. Roolf popping off Kruise now, using his own Dragon Blade, but is it going to be good enough? Surefour's positioning, has the tactical visor. Contestation coming out. They cannot do it. In the glimpse of a moment, though, we do see eUnited. Morte moves on with his own Transcendence. sharyk as well jumping onto the point, but it's too little too late. Cloud9 will manage to secure the second checkpoint. 1 minute 43 on the clock.
Really well played. I just one small detail that you maybe didn't notice. A lot of average Zenyatas doesn't do is before they pop their Transcendence, they immediately throw out their Discord. And I think it was Morte. No, it was. Yeah, it was.
It was more on
Morte.
Zenyatta.
Yeah, he pops the Discord on the monkey when he's 20 HP, and then he pops Transcendence, and he just goes to his team, and they can still blow up the monkey relatively fast, even though it's ultimated. And if he didn't get the Discord off, the monkey might have been able to
Cloud9
do
have got a
lot
lot of
more.
fans.
Yeah, for sure.
I had to
they
make
do.
that joke. I had to. There are 4 fans.
We
in
had
the
a
kitchen.
fan.
I mean, I
And now
played
it's
in that room.
Yeah.
It's really hot.
Yeah, but you guys were in the hyperbolic time chamber when you first moved into the Movistar house, because you guys had like 40-degree weather in there, and then 7 computers running at the same time.
True. Still though, we actually got our AC, so we've been kind of how's that word? Acclimated to a little bit cooler of an environment. Then you come back to this, it's just the flashbacks and stuff, you know. But yeah, they got some fan support in there, you know. So I hope they pull through.
Well, at the moment, they're going to need it because they're down 2-0 here in this best of 5. If eUnited can win this map, they'll make their way through to a rematch against Rogue in the grand finals here of TakeOver 2. I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch, to be honest. I just hope the rematch doesn't result in another 3-0 win for Rogue.
And here's the thing, we were talking about this earlier. If eUnited do manage to clinch out this map now against Cloud9, move on to the finals, they're in a position where Rogue, you know, whether they mean to or not, are probably going to be underestimating them because of the past performances. eUnited's a team. Last time they said, you know, we're not going to let it happen again. We're not going to lose. Well, we saw what happened there. Still, moving into this, Cloud9 not out just yet.
Cloud9 are running tanks. They're just going to circumvent them here, go on the left side balcony on top of the mega pack and try to poke them in the back. And let's see how Cloud9 react to this.
See, you were talking about Sombra earlier against tank comps on this first point. Do you think we might see United potentially switch towards that Sombra here?
Depends if how the first attack goes here. If it goes well, they might stick to. I mean, they're obviously gonna cap the point, but if it doesn't go too well, they might switch uNFixed to a Sombra and try to get an EMP really fast and just get the point easy.
Yeah, I'd like to see that as well. Cloud9, traditionally when they play this comp into, I guess, triple DPS, they've always done well on this first defense for Hanamura. But when you're running up against the Sombra, one hack onto KAISER means he's useless, and suddenly sharyk moving into the back lines. Point's going to get contested, but KAISER works his magic alongside it. Surefour laying down the bullets, laying down the lead. Collects the kill. Healing's rocket going to be sent out as well. Frag's going to be popping in right now. The Bio Grenade does connect onto Kruise as well, so that healing's not going to be out for him. KAISER with the first pick onto Morte. And no capture time, no ticks on the board for eUnited initially.
Yeah, that bio that came in out of Adam when we did see sharyk dive into him, pretty much keeping Surefour up or giving him that extra healing that he can receive, and then allowing him to put down his own biotic field just made it too difficult for sharyk to actually pressure them back, and maybe a little bit of an overcommitment out of him, but either way, that was a good position out of Adam. And we do see the Sombra pick up for United, so you called it perfectly. So we're going to see him switch from that soldier and hoping to pick up that EMP as quick as he possibly can.
Already 20%.
So this is a good change, absolutely. Running the Sombra here, you can hack up the frontline tanks. And this is how teams traditionally have always broken Cloud9's defense, at least on Hanamura first. But Gods with these hooks is finding sharyk. And if Gods is playing on point as well, you can have a real problem with this Sombra pick because they're not going to be getting the maximum value that they were looking for. Still, KAISER very close to his own Earth Shatter.
uNFixed is going to have EMP next fight, and Kruise is going to look to clean up with the blade. It's important that uNFixed gets the soldier and the Zenyatta in his EMP. If he gets only the Zenyatta, that's also fine, because they can follow up if Surefour does his tactical visor, Boombox still has Transcendence. But
What group they are right now.
Oh, wow, okay. So that's going to delay the push a little bit. uNFixed still has no EMP. eUnited positioning, very passive, all over the place. Spread out.
yeah, uNFixed has to get the Zenyatta. That's all he has to do, pretty much.
That's the win condition.
Well, I can see where maybe Roolf is going to be sitting currently, maybe trying to avoid this, knowing it's going to be coming in for him. You can see them flicking around the back, trying to get the information, most importantly, to uNFixed, as they're actually grouping up quite heavily here. And that's going to be Soldier going down. Surefour falling before any ultimates were even used, but Trance being popped out of both teams, and Kruise picks up a kill. So there's a lot of ultimates maybe being wasted out of Cloud9 because they've already lost too many men, and they still have the EMP. Can they potentially use this EMP to snowball that second point?
Yes, that's what they're going to look to do. They know that they force the Transcendence, so they should know there's a sound barrier. Let's see if uNFixed keeps his cool. Maybe he goes for the EMP on the Lucio. They don't have a Lucio. That was a nano boost.
Right.
But if they get both the Ana, or like either the Ana or the Soldier in the EMP, because they should know they have nano visor, right? They can make something happen. Let's see what he goes for. He's gonna hack the pack over here and then look for a play.
Left side push for now. Scouting it out with sharyk.
Later.
I just like how they're taking that left-hand side altogether, just making sure he can get position he does need for these packs, just trying to do it together. But here we go. It looks like he's going to push it. You can see 3 men on the high ground, doesn't have his translator to get up there. They've already started the initial capture, and now he's just walking his way up in this position. God's up picking up a double. Shut this attack before it even starts.
Cloud9 see what's going on. They're grouping up on the left side, so they push top right, and they just clean out the fight. It's really smart.
Okay, uNFixed in a bit of trouble. They must realize he's there. He did relocate away. Yep, Gods has spotted him. The hack's not coming out. He's trying to put in the damage, but absolutely deleted from the map there. 4 minutes to hold this, Cloud9. Tournament life on the line.
That's also the problem with Summer on this particular point, because you need a lot of setup time. It's such a huge point, and you need to find the key targets. And in doing so, Cloud9 realizes what they're up to, so they just push top left and they clean up. And I think uNFixed is going to have to look for something here. If he doesn't get a good EMP this fight, he should probably switch up.
Well, that's what we're talking about before, is that if, you know, in prior matches, he actually vouched to stay on the Sombra for what we thought was maybe a little bit too long. But the EMP's going to come in, doesn't catch onto Adam on the Ana.
Nice.
And that's going to allow the nano visor to come through, and there's not going to be a D.Va to stop his damage from happening as well. So that's what we're going to need to see. Are they going to switch off? Or are they going to continue to commit with this?
They switch off.
That was smart. Kruise, however, in the back line, still not dead. He picked up a second kill onto Adam here. This is turnable for them. sharyk getting Gods as well. Points are going to start to get played. Cloud9 falling at the seams, it feels like. Still no tick on the board. Self-destruct going to be sent in. KAISER tries to defend from it, but he's going to get absolutely swarmed now still. No tick on the board. Cloud9 trying to defend this. Gods has a Dragon Blade, but Kruise is going to be using his. And his own is going to be a mishmash of ultimates as he absolutely slams them into the ground. 2 ticks going their way. Roolf is sliced and served up on a silver platter, all off the back of those kills. Kruise clutching it for his team.
It was
He killed
Kruise and
Surefour, and then he killed Adam right after.
Yeah, that's sick. I think it was Kruise and vallutaja tag teaming really well there. Because Surefour was going for the Lucio on the outside, and in the meantime, Kruise and vallutaja saw their opportunity. They went for the backline, and somehow they win, even though they're two men down. Absolutely huge.
Well. We're going to be seeing now, I believe, it is Cloud9 on the attack. eUnited on the defense once again. Bit of time bank built up for both of them, but this extra minute that eUnited have probably going to be very crucial. So at least a good, possibly 3 pushes in for eUnited here, whereas Cloud9 are realistically only going to be able to get 2, depending on how fast they play this. But given how slow Cloud9 like to play the first attack, it might only even just be 1 push. Still, this is, and I stress, Cloud9's tournament life on the line. 1 more map lies between them being out of the tournament and claiming 3rd place.
And then eUnited can maybe fulfill the prophecy.
The prophecy.
Started back in Overwatch, a forever second. unless they can finally overcome that at such a crucial time. And Rogue, of course, I mean, I actually don't think they'll underestimate eUnited just because of what happened in Korea. Just because they lost out in the groups and got sent home. I think for me, this is like a personal pride victory for them if they can pull it off, if they do get the rematch. I mean, it doesn't even matter what team they're going to play against. I think they're going to really try to push and really try to show their dominance, to show that maybe Korea was a slight fluke.
KAISER opening with the Moke here instead of Reinhardt. And vallutaja and uNFixed are positioned in a way to deny their right side push. So let's see if Cloud9 chooses to go left side on the stairs this time and throw a spanner in the works.
Okay, Kruise playing passive, sharyk waiting by the door. Cloud9 playing it patiently, now they're moving through, trying to basically focus them down. A lot of damage being popped in here. xepheR almost demeched. KAISER playing the point. He's now in the back lines, just causing a bit of havoc. Bio grenade going to be sent out as well. So the healing is definitely there right now for eUnited. Putting them down. No casualties on either side as it stands. Just a battle of raw attrition.
Yeah, Boombox, he almost has his nano up already too. At 90%, he's doing so much healing here. Even with sharyk just absorbing so much damage. These bio grenades just throwing down our lane perfectly. And the first kill just might come in. God is already about half HP here in Valu. About to get his pulse bomb here. Cloud9 are struggling to make this attack work, but they're still picking up at least 1 or 2 kills.
Okay, pulse bomb comes out as well. vallutaja trying to defend this one still. It is Adam just playing it, contesting the point to a certain degree. He can't actually be killed. Look at him just hiding up there. vallutaja finally going to be bringing him down. xepheR tries his hardest to stall it out. And the primal rage used by KAISER as well now. They're trying to take this to the tail end of the fight. 26 seconds remaining. Opting to use it, tries to bring them both down. Does actually bring down uNFixed.
No! Shipper
This is actually doable for them as well. Look at this. Incredible stuff. Cloud9 going to be able to take this off the back of that. KAISER with the primal rage just opening it up for them.
I think Adam just staying alive in that corner, forcing Valo to look up and everyone else to look up, just allowed Cloud9 to pick up a couple of kills off of that, just because of the distraction alone.
Crazy value out of that, even though it might not seem like it initially.
Adam has a sound barrier here. Could be the turning point. They might be able to snowball it, but they have almost a nano blade on United side, so it might be rough. Roolf almost has transcendence though.
Yes, so this is going to be crucial now. Can Cloud9 do this? 13 seconds now for them to make this final attempt, and it will be one attempt indeed. Sound barrier is going to be used, but it doesn't catch onto Roolf. They're focusing him down. He pops the transcendence early, but he gets knocked onto the low ground. This could be critical for them. Moving in now, Kruise using his own Dragon Blade. See if he can make it work, and Cloud9 do not get a single point and tick onto it.
Let's see the
did they touch it? Are we going to see? Are we going to see it? Is chat going to do it?
I do believe so. I heard it's a meme somewhere.
We live for memes, don't we, in the Overwatch community?
True that.
But
you can see sharyk. That's so well played. He commits the primal rage. He knows they have transcendence, and he just moves him out of the map, so they can't get healing, and the others just clean up on point.
That is ridiculous. eUnited just pulled apart that fight. They knew that they were going to have the ults. sharyk knew exactly what to do, and now Cloud9 have the full hold eUnited. 3-minute push attempt. And it looks like they do want to uNFixed on the Sombra initially, leading it in, because they know that Cloud9 are going to be running this tank comp. It's a good read moving into it.
I don't know about you, Swoosh, but I'm a little bit sad at the Cloud9 lulls per minute in chat.
Could be a little bit.
I expected you all out there to do a little bit better than that. Control V spam is a little bit slow, but either way, yeah, like you pointed out, Bren, we're going to see the Sombra here for uNFixed. So in this situation, look at the lineup of Cloud9 again, running the tanks, have Gods on the Roadhog, KAISER on the Reinhardt, and xepheR on the D.Va. So in the beginning, I was going to say in the beginning stages, if you're Sombra, what are you looking for? But he's already switched to Soldier.
Yeah. He probably doesn't expect them to run tanks again to see.
Yeah, we're going to have a pause here. Sorry, yeah, Adam, it looks like his mic stopped working. So I'm just going to sit there and talk things over. Or not talk things over, fix the mic.
Whoa,
oh,
where did that hand come from?
Just let it happen. We bought it last night.
This is United's map to take. It depends how they're going to react to this. If the first fight goes well, even though they don't have a Sombra, with tanks, I mean, they can't play tanks on the second point, so they have to switch probably most of their comp C9 on the second point. So they're probably looking to full hold with this tank comp.
Me.
I mean, yeah, I would assume they want to be able to full hold this one, but we'll see. I mean, obviously they have every opportunity to do so, though. I'd say first point Hanamura is probably, I'd say Temple News first point is probably actually Volsky first point is probably the hardest point to hold.
Absolutely.
Actually, all the first points are pretty hard to first hold.
Yeah.
Except maybe Hanamura is
There's
the
all
easiest
major
of the three.
disadvantages to the defending team just because of the spawn
You just
location.
have to play to survive on the defending side.
Here we are.
uNFixed did switch back to Sombra. So if you're Sombra in the situation early on against the tanks, how are you looking to actually play the Sombra to make it effective before he's ready to go?
He's gonna go behind and try to hack the health back on top left, but he gets caught.
Okay.
But that's his plan. He's gonna go top left where sharyk is now, the mega pack below him, and try to poke in the back and like be annoying until he gets EMP. And just create space.
Need to hold on to this right now if they want any chance of really securing the victory. Final moments here as well. eUnited going to be laying in the damage. Boombox popping it off. uNFixed is quite low in the back lines. This is a smart read by Cloud9. They're camping this right-hand side. sharyk is just waiting like a ninja monkey. I'm not too sure what he's doing, just grappling onto it, I guess. But
this is 2 times though. This is like a good 45 seconds, actually 50 seconds of time that they've wasted with him because he's not been able to get in there. Should he switch things up and go right now just because of that fact that they're in constant camping?
No, they're probably still gonna stick to it because EMP is still so strong against tanks, even though they're gonna have ults. They just have to not get caught out. Ults with another hook.
okay, this is it. Kills flowing in right now. eUnited already claiming 3. Only God, Surefour and xepheR surviving. They need to contest this point. 1 tick on the board. xepheR going to be moving out here as well. Outside the mech, Gods goes for the hook. Does connect it onto Boombox, putting in a damage. Vallutaja, 15 health. Has to blink himself away. Is it going to be doable for them? He's moving in. He's built up the EMP. That could be working out for him. Finds 2 kills as a result. Relocates in. Still has the EMP to work with. Contestation coming out. There's going to be that hog used by Gods. KAISER with a fire strike finds the kill onto vallutaja. 2 ticks going their way. Cloud9 opting to just defend the last point.
Let's see if uNFixed can actually get a good EMP on the second stage here. As I said, it's really hard, but if he does it, they can totally snowball this. He needs to get the Zenyatta or like a key target who's close to ultimate again.
Well, Kruise, he does have his blade ready to go, so there's definitely a possibility here that eUnited could take that first third on the point. Again, uNFixed getting set up here, waiting for that stealth to come back up. I'm actually waiting for his hack to come back up, I guess, before he wants to go for the move. But they need to, like you said, find out where Roolf is in particular. Get him down before that Transcendence is used. Adam's going to have his Nano, and they might have the Nano Visor here momentarily. You can actually see them in-sword spawn. He actually did spot up the Ana, but he's trying to go for the focus on the 1v1. Can he pick this up? He almost gets the kill without having to actually commit the EMP. He's going to be forced to back away here as eUnited are looking for an avenue to attack. 55
seconds on the clock here. It's do or die time right now. If you're a Cloud9 fan, moves into the back again, focusing down. Roolf has the EMP in hand. Kruise finds the kill. Meanwhile, onto Gods. It's going to be a tank missing from the equation. Now it's going to be, again, the D-Met coming out from him. Surefour pops off his own tactical visor with the nano boost, but he's got nothing to shoot. Again, eUnited, the positioning is perfect. eUnited finds another kill. KAISER maybe pricing up a little more than he can chew. The reflex comes out, fire strikes sent straight back into his face. And here it is now. Kruise using his own Dragon Blade into this fight. Tranquility used by Cloud9, trying to stall out this battle as long as they possibly can. 19 seconds remaining. Now comes the EMP. Cloud9 falling to pieces. Only 3 remaining onto the point. xepheR will try in a last-ditch effort to try and secure this out. Tranquility, however, used as well. Self-destruct might be able to burst themselves through it, but right now, backing off. KAISER, there's a 3-man Earth Shatter. Has he done it for his team? Fire strike, it's a 2K. This is why they call him the Emperor. sharyk trying to force out the point. Boombox as well into the meanwhile. Kruise swift strikes in, puts in the damage, but he's being brought down. Cloud9, defending this. The overtime ticks down. Incredible plays.
The shatter into the biotic grenade.
Oh my goodness.
I think back that far, then it gets really hard. And it's at the same time, it's really hard to stand your ground on all positions because your shield goes low, you're losing your diva matrix, you're using your hook, so you need to give position. But at the same time, you need to keep the pressure up and like not let them in for free. Surefour is gonna try to deny the alley here, but they're gonna go on xepheR and they're probably gonna try to find either the Ana or their Lucio. And no, not the Lucio, the Roadhog. And just try to blow him up real fast.
As it stands, rotations happening. KAISER has spotted. Kruise is trying to build up his own Dragon Blade. Only 23% on him as it stands. Waiting for the dive target as well, but Cloud9 are playing this quite elegantly, just dancing them around the map. They don't want to get caught in this position. Gods, he's spotted. Kruise goes to the reflex. Kruise, he might be in a bit of trouble. He's going to get jumped on. Meanwhile, vallutaja in the back. Might be taking the 1v1 here against Surefour. Surefour's so weak. Has to get healed up. Will get the bio grenade launched onto him. Now they're going to start to cap it up. They need to start to try and contest this one. Vallutaja on the point. Cloud9 in the corner. Trying to play this. Already a tick on the board right now for eUnited as they're playing this forward. KAISER walks forward, but he's being assaulted from multiple angles. vallutaja is still waiting to build up his pulse bomb, and now he's got it. This could be the time to strike. Sends it in. Doesn't quite find the kill, but the damage is done. Regardless of that, uNFixed finding the first frag. 2 ticks underway. The hook from Gods will bring up a kill for them. Still no ult, so to really turn this in their favor. And surely, after this final few players, Surefour, as soon as he goes down, Adam will fall once again. Bit of stall coming out from them. xepheR's still on the point, will get desuited. No opportunity though
United
for
plays
Cloud9
that
to get
so
this.
well. Like, Surefour is trying to deny vallutaja in alley, but Boombox helps him out, throws a discord on Surefour, so Surefour has to go back, and it just choke them out. They get all the space they want, and it's so hard to come back from that when you're pushed back into KAISER.
On our seeing United push up here and even forces some ultimates or uses some ultimates just to make sure they have a clean second phase. Has 3 initial kills going to come in with sharyk picking himself up too. And this is just a slaughter here. But Cloud9 not invested in any ultimates, so not too big of a loss for them. But will eUnited continue to try to hold his position? That's going to be a question as Kruise does have his blade and Kruise is very aggressive. He gets the desuit on his xepheR. But so now that forces xepheR to actually switch to another hero and switch back to D.Va if he wants his suit back, which makes it so he loses all of his ult %. But instead he's going for Soldier.
Here we go. Ultimates online. 2 support ults for eUnited, whereas Cloud9 actually going to be running Roolf on the Ana, so they've only got the sound barrier to work with. However, xepheR finds vallutaja. eUnited now 1 player down. The situation still could be healing themselves up, might be diving onto them. Tranquility used here by eUnited. They want to play this aggressively. Morte also picked up the kill onto xepheR. uNFixed going to be using his tranquility, his tactical visor, I should say. He's hunting for the frags. Does eventually get it
healing
onto
with his
Surefour.
bullets.
Healing with the bullets.
Yeah, so he gets 1 kill onto Surefour there. I think still the payload is just constantly moving. It has not been halted this entire time here, and that's going to be Roolf going down. And Cloud9 have no ultimates to work with here. No ultimates actually contest this payload. We have Morte having support ultimate. You have Vala with the pulse bomb, which can be so effective here if he can just catch them clumped together trying to come out of this Goldshire studio. And Cloud9, they are just getting snowballed so hard here.
That's the problem with switching comms, right? You have no ultimates, so you have to fight into an uphill battle. They just have all the ultis to be able to snowball the second stage. On third stage, they will have their ultis up and may be able to make a stand. Oh, let's see.
Stopped moving. Dragon Blade coming out. Kruise at the kill. Well, Gods, I should say, using his own Dragon Blade, but he will fall in the end. eUnited finding the kills where it counts. And the cart will continue to move forward into the second checkpoint.
Coming up big again. He got the kill on the Gods during the Dragon Blade.
Yes,
like, you can imagine with how proficient Gods is on a Genji. If he got 1 reset, that could have been eUnited actually getting thrown there.
It's almost like whenever someone's moving in with a Dragon Blade onto Boombox, you almost want to watch it from Boombox's perspective.
Yeah, yeah. You don't want to see the Genji anymore.
Yeah.
You want to see how he dies so doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. The guy is
He's really good at baiting reflects.
crazy, crazy good. United playing the high ground. vallutaja has a pulse bomb.
Cloud9 doesn't even have ults yet.
uNFixed is now on the Sombra as well. He's going to be denying those Halpix behind. Pulse bomb, not going to be unleashing it just yet onto the world. uNFixed finds the kill onto Roolf. Meanwhile, 1 more kill for the count. sharyk with the Primal Rage is into the back lines, brings down xepheR as well. This is not looking good right now. If you are a Cloud9 fan, this cart has not stopped moving. eUnited moving it even further forward. Adam going to get ran down. A late kill in the end. Ultimates online. Post bomb by Surefour to try and turn it into their favor. sharyk will be the casualty in that regard, but the cart is so close. 2 men on it. It's reaching the end of it. 3 minutes on the clock so far. vallutaja waiting for the post bomb. He's got it in hand, searching for the opportunity for it. They're going to be leading it on now. Cloud9 trying to defend it. They've only got xepheR's tactical visor. Boombox finds the kill onto KAISER. The hacks being made, still going into their favor. It is Cloud9 coming out on top.
Yeah, Kruise actually going down there, unfortunately. A little bit too far pushed up here. They do have the EMP ready to go, and the payload's only 4 meters away. Actually, uNFixed could potentially sneak this one from behind if they're not paying attention, but it looks like actually it is going to be him trying to touch the payload. Eventually, not going to be able to do too much, though, as it's going to start rolling back. And now Cloud9 really have to play close to this payload. They cannot let anyone ninja this.
They have EMP Blade here. If they get key targets, they should be able to win this fight. But let's see if xepheR can stay in a position where he can go out from cover and try to kill the Genji with his visor.
No trance. Not just yet. No sound barrier either. This is the window eUnited need to close out this first half.
Moving in here. uNFixed now. Transcendence to initiate in. Boombox uses it early. xepheR brings down Kruise. That could be big. There's no Dragon Blade on the table for them. Cloud9 looking pretty solid in his defense right now. Roolf trying to take the 1v1 against uNFixed. sharyk trying to save him. Gods uses his Dragon Blade meanwhile. Has already picked up Boombox, but doesn't get away with much else. Still the cart will start to roll back to a certain degree, but it's very, very close. Again, like you mentioned, can't let anyone get that ninja sort of back cap going on. eUnited are in a solid position to defend or to attack this, but Cloud9 with their ultimates, they do have supports on the line, so Transcendence available, Samara as well.
Yeah, I don't know how eUnited is going to approach this. They might go for the Hallelujah EMP, try to get like everyone in it, but Cloud9 is going to know it's going to come, and you see xepheR positioning in a way so he can't get hit. And he's gonna expect the blade, and he's gonna try to kill Kruise with it. But let's see what eUnited decides to do.
Here it comes, Kruise, Dragon Blade unleashed, not finding the opportunities, but it does bring down Gods in the end still. Ultimate's available, Cloud9 only opting to use KAISER's Primal Rage has knocked them back. Now they're going to be dropping the beat. They're trying to bait out this EMP for as long as they possibly can. Not working out for them. Sound barrier used as well. Now the Tranquility, Roolf trying to defend them. They are finding the kills here now, Jason.
Yeah, uNFixed look for this EMP. Actually might be able to use it here on top of the payload. He catches onto 2 or 3 people as Roolf's going to go down immediately here because he only has 50 HP. Valo gets a second kill onto Adam. The pulse one's going to come through and not connect, unfortunately, but it's not going to stop Kruise. Switching to the Widowmaker, trying to snipe people from testing that payload. And with the he catches Surefour, and he's looking for the second as well, getting the chip damage in. The payload's moving. No one's stopping it, and Cloud9 will not be able to halt this payload. And we are going to see eUnited finish with 54 seconds remaining.
Not only is EMP really strong, it's the mind games as well that the enemy team, they have to play around your EMP, and it turns into this awkward fight where the enemy team was against the Sombra, Cloud9 in this case. They have to position in a way where they're not usually positioned, and they just wait for the EMP. It's like xepheR. I saw xepheR just positioned there. Kruise uses his blade, but he doesn't use the visor because he thinks the EMP is coming. Yeah, it just goes really wrong sometimes because you just want to wait for EMP, but it's just that thing, right? It brings a different aspect to the game where it's really hard to play against when you know the EMP, especially when you have ults to use against the EMP as well.
And look at the 2 supports, Adam and Roolf. They were actually on complete opposite sides of the back of the point. We had, I think it was, I want to say Roolf on the right-hand side when you're approaching from the attacking side, and it was Adam on the left-hand side, completely split, which made it really hard, obviously, for uNFixed to hit the EMP, but more importantly, it also made it really hard if you're playing one of those 2 supports to stay alive if you do get dove on, because you don't really have a support of the other support there to help keep you and protect you.
Like you said, the mind games coming into play forces the enemy team to use ults in uncomfortable positions, but Cloud9 now need to finish out the map with a decent time bank if they want to stand a chance of not getting eliminated from the tournament. Remember, 1 map stands between them getting 3rd place and potentially making it to the grand finals here. eUnited is so close to victory themselves and getting that rematch against Rogue.
All right, so looking at both these people compositions, we're going to see Adam on the Widow for now. He's probably going to be switching off that, most likely. Don't really expect them to be running a solo support on attack here for Cloud9. eUnited going to be sticking to what they know best. Valo on the Tracer, uNFixed on the Soldier, Kruise on the Genji, and Boombox. I don't even want to call him a support anymore. He's practically a DPS with the amount of damage and kills he's been able to get. I'm pretty sure he's been counting every single one of those. Just like scraping onto his wall at home, like you see people in prison do as the days pass by. Looking for blood. But here we go, you can see the position. Can you talk about position actually for us a little bit here?
They're playing like standard with the Zenyatta Soldier in the cafe. Kruise is going to look to deny high ground. And as you see, sharyk, as soon as the enemy monkey jumps in, he does the same against everyone. He's just focused the monkey. He's just peeling back, helping his supports whenever they try to dive. So Cloud9, they have to look for other opportunities they want. Let's see if they can... as they managed to push him back here, but...
Slightly working in their favor. It's going to be the 1-for-1 trade. xepheR using his boost will bring an end to Kruise here, so it is a reasonable fight to take for them, but the D-suit comes out and xepheR's not available to assist his team with the defense matrix. God's falling as well will put an end, well it should, to Cloud9's push. They've still got a few players in the back lines. KAISER dying a bit late there in the engagement, but now that the fight has strung out a little bit, ultimates are starting to come online for these teams.
Let me ask, go ahead, Swoosh.
Let's see if they do something different, because they do this all the time, eUnited. Whenever the monkey jumps on, whenever KAISER in this case jumps on top of the cafe and tries to make something happen, they just peel back. sharyk is on him. Then maybe they have to try and bait him. Like KAISER jumps up, then backs down immediately and try to clear point. But
well, they got the position this time at least. KAISER having the backup of Gods there, which has forced uNFixed to back away with Boombox, but they get the position yet again, is able to retain his high ground position. Shark's gonna go down after killing Gods though. xepheR's going to be there on the Diva again to continue to deny his position. As now KAISER's going to actually pop the ultimate to knock them away, and the Transcendence going to be used as well.
uNFixed doesn't really know what to do. He uses his tactical visor to try and claim the final members of these fights, but the defense matrix from xepheR is doing a decent job of mitigating that once again, and KAISER just body blocking the enemy team. vallutaja's still in the background. He's got a pulse bomb in hand, but he needs to go huge with it if he wants to try and turn this around. Stands Cloud9 getting a decent temp. Now God's moving in. Dragon Blade, seeing if he can pick up the kills. He will get one at least onto uNFixed, not getting brought down. Contested still. Now the sound barrier used. eUnited trying to take this fight into the bitter end. Gods are going to be falling once again. KAISER still about though, causing a bit of havoc for them. xepheR as well, defense matrix, going to be basically destroying them, and Surefour comes in with the pulse bomb.
Gets eaten.
vallutaja sends his own out, gets eaten out of the way. Still contesting, nobody's really bringing him down, but he will eventually get beaten, and it will be the cap. So Cloud9 managing to get that first checkpoint.
An uNFixed switch to Sombra here. I haven't seen this before. Second stage Hollywood, Sombra.
This is with the example of what I was talking about, when eUnited tend to run Sombra for long periods of time. In the past, they ran a Sombra defense on Hollywood, and they kept it in the second stage. This is what I think the other guy we had on the couch thought was questionable, because they'd never seen it before.
Health packs are in a really good position for dive teams, I guess. It could be good. It's hard to make it work against another dive team.
Here it comes. He's going to be moving in. Kruise, Dragon Blade. Let's see if he can do the damage. He does immediately put it in, and Adam will be falling. Cloud9 forced to back off almost immediately. Disengagement on that fight.
Yeah, just a little tidbit for people at home who may not have the deep understanding of the game. You can see KAISER not actually going back to spawn to heal up. Instead, he lets his supports do it so they can build up ult percent. So if you're playing competitive and you're missing some HP and you guys are respawning back in, make sure to just wait a couple seconds, because we know how crucial having a transcendence up can really be, especially against a team that eUnited's using.
Here we are. Surefour has the pulse bomb. Primal Rage used by KAISER in the back. Meanwhile, God's also collecting the kill onto uNFixed. Brings him down. No EMP for the start of this fight. Adam follows it up as well. C9 playing as a concisive unit, as you can see as well. Surefour with the beat down in the back. Boombox will fall. They're just running down the remaining players. It will be Cloud9 coming out on top in this fight for now, in the first streets phase of Hollywood. 2.5 minutes on the clock.
Let's see if Adam can stay patient with his ult this fight.
Nice.
This is out of the picture for now, but he's going to be back, and it's all up to Adam here. If they can force out the sound barrier by pressuring Adam and then follow up with the EMP, that's like a really good win condition for them. But
Or maybe let him use it and do what they did on Route 66
Yeah.
and just completely cancel it out.
I don't think Adam's going to do that again, though. I think he realized that's a big mistake, and he needs to be in a position to sound barrier after the EMP.
All right, well, United able to get a little bit of position here towards the payload, able to get out of the trust studios, but Boombox is just left behind, and just like that, as he quickly be picked off here, Gods be popping the blade and picking up kills here. Kruise can do nothing about that, and now that's going to be Cloud9 take this point. I think pretty safe here. United not necessarily needing to invest his ultis, but they need to stall as long as they possibly can. uNFixed can still come in and use this EMP, but they need the follow-up. They have Boombox respawn back in. He has Transcendence. Valor gets 1 kill, so at least get them a little bit back in the game. The Transcendence going to be popped. No kills still coming off for this just yet. But uNFixed is just waiting. He has an EMP ready on top of the payload.
Adam dies with drop the beat. That's huge. Could have won that fight if they had Adam's ult, but now it comes back to the mind game again between uNFixed and Adam. Who pulls the trigger first and who can bait out the ult first.
Absolutely. The mind games. Cloud9 going to be thrown off tempo to a certain degree.
Is it worth EMPing and killing Roolf? Even letting the Soundberry get through after, is it worth just killing Roolf as fast as you can and then trying to use Kruise with the Dragon Blade to counter the Soundbarrier? Or maybe after the Soundbarrier?
Yes, but yeah, I mean, if the EMP, you just EMP the Zenyatta and you shoot like 5 bullets into him, he should be dead. But if he's in the healing area of the Lucio or anything, it could backfire.
Roolf actually pops it. Not sure exactly what caused that one, but this is going to be huge.
This is it, EMP in hand. Cloud9 need to win this if they want any chance of staying in the tournament. EMP going to be connecting onto multiple enemies. Soundbarrier going to be used afterwards, but it's Cloud9 coming on top. They find 3 kills, make it 4. sharyk's going to be falling as well. vallutaja tries to delay for as long as he possibly can, but he gets brought into a swift end there by Gods. Just running straight into him, the capture point. Going to be moving out here. eUnited realize no opportunity to try and defend this. 1 more minute and 30 seconds here for them. uNFixed. Troubling scenario, has to relocate back, but they're going to be caught in between the grinder of Cloud9. Brought to a swift end, swift strike in, God's putting in the damage. Waiting for that reset in the end. Kruise going to be trying to take the 1v1 versus him. He has a swift strike, moves in, a lot of damage. Gods turning up, right-click Shuriken. Will he bring down Kruise as well? No. Comes down top on toe.
Adam played that really well.
Yeah, you called it.
Yeah, Adam played that really, really well. He learned from his mistake that you need to have your soundbarrier for after the EMP.
I think he sat in the jail, actually, too, and then kind of just hid himself in a way that the EMP would not catch him, or at least, if anything, just catch him and not the rest of his team. Perfect. Yeah, really well done. And now we're going to see United try to put up a defense here. They do have the Primal Rage being used out of sharyk. And Malu does have the pulse bomb. The problem is Gods has a blade, and Gods is looking to pick up some kills. It's just that eUnited's too far spread out, and it's been forced him back.
Surefour's on the back lines here, trying to force them out, but eUnited with this aggressive forward hold. Cloud9 are going to be running into some issues. They've got ults to use, they want to engage. It's going to be the Transcendence forced out of eUnited. This could be one of the final fights now of the match. It's all or nothing here for Cloud9. Transcendence being used, self-destruct into the back. Won't connect onto anyone, and sharyk's going to be finding xepheR as well. KAISER moves in, EMP now going to be used. Surefour, however, assisting him with the rest of his team, trading equally. KAISER falling so weak, and eUnited coming out on top. Gods has to survive, he needs to get out of there. Reflect, Kruise running him down, 47 HP, his team is there. 20 seconds remaining here, Jason. Do or die time for Cloud9.
15 seconds left for Cloud9 to push this payload across the final point here, or they're going to be out of the entire tournament, and eUnited will move on to play against Rogue in the grand finals. But here's the attack. They're going to be looking to push in. xepheR get an initial kill on sharyk, does allow him to actually get some sort of ground with the payload, but we're still seeing eUnited trying to commit. Kruise pops his Dragon Blade. He's looking for these kills. He gets Roolf down. He's looking for that second as he charges back to the payload, but he gets nothing more than this. The overtime is starting to tick away, and Cloud9 have to get progress.
They do. They're already risking Roolf as well into this fight. They're trying to move in, trying to put in the damage. KAISER lays down the bubble, bit of damage mitigation for them, but they need to stay around the card. The overtime ticking over, and eUnited are just overwhelming them with sheer force and presence. Boombox in the Discord Orbs putting in the work. The damage is coming in, only 3 members of Cloud9 remaining. Boombox will end up falling here. Surefour finds the kill, stays onto the point, but it's the primal rage from sharyk that finishes them off. The overtime ticks down, and that is it. Cloud9, we're going home, taking 3rd place. eUnited moving into the grand finals here.
Boombox popping up in the end there.